In this lesson, we're going to talk about playing a C chord and moving to an A minor. Here's your C chord. So you want to make sure that you have your hand in the optimum position. If you wrap your thumb around too far, it's going to cause problems because it would pull your fingers down to where they would deaden the adjacent strings. So you might start with your thumb on the upper half of the neck in the back. Hyperextend your thumb like this. Don't wrap it around. Relax your thumb. And when you relax your thumb, it'll bend backward. And then you come in with your fingers. Now, the other important consideration is to not crunch your fingers together. Make sure you spread them apart. You want to press down just to the left of the fret. You want to see a sliver of the fingerboard between your flesh and the metal fret. If I play right on the fret, hear how the note's muffled? And likewise, if I get too far away from the fret, it'll buzz, or I have to squeeze so hard to get it to keep from buzzing that it's bad for my technique. So aiming your fingers is really what your goal is here. Your first finger will be very upright. You want a very arched posture. You don't need to stick your hand way under like this. That would be too much. So you'll find the right hand position. It's important that you move your hand and find what works for you, for your hand, your guitar, and your playing. So when you play this C chord and you move to an A minor, you have two fingers that are going to stay on the same strings and the same fret. Those are called pivot fingers. I also want you to practice doing this. Squeeze the chord and then relax your fingers so that the strings lift themselves up off the fret. But don't take your fingers off the strings. Don't do this. You want to squeeze, and relax. Because this relaxed posture is what you're going to be in when you move from one chord to another. So let's say you've played your C chord, it's clear, now you're ready to move to your A minor. Relax your fretting fingers, pick up your third finger, and then simply shift a little bit toward the nut. The nut is this part of the guitar that has the notches in it, to give room for you to put your third finger in there. You then put that down, you have your A minor. So do you see how efficient that was? Now you'll hear a little bit of squeak, especially if you're playing on a steel string acoustic guitar. Don't worry about that early on. As you become more advanced, you'll actually learn to pick up and get rid of those squeaks. But for now, I want you to listen for those squeaks, because that tells you that you are indeed using your pivot fingers, even though you're sliding a little bit within the fret. So the important thing to remember is that the definition of a pivot finger is the same finger, same string, same fret. It can shift within it, but it enables you to have a point of reference and helps you play more efficiently.